I recently quit my job, and it wasn't because I disliked my students or my colleagues. I actually really loved them. I just found that my work was taking over my life. I was losing the best parts of myself, my vitality, my energy, my fitness, my body, my positivity was going down the drain. And as a result, I felt unhappy in that workplace. I am now on a journey to find my freedom, to rebuild and redesign my life, a life that I'm proud of, a life that I have agency and autonomy and choice. In this video, I'm going to highlight the ways that I have changed my life in order to bring in more freedom, more autonomy, and a greater sense of control. So I want to jump right into it, guys. I'm super excited to share the thoughts that I've been having and the changes and the actions I've been taking in order to design my freest, truest, and most autonomous life. So the first way that I've made a change in my life is that I am working on building flexible work options. Flexibility is like my middle name. I love the word flexible as it relates to work, as it relates to travel. I just think that flexibility is my superpower and it brings me so much happiness. But essentially, in this era, I'm looking at flexible work options that allow me flexibility in location. So what that would mean is that I am not required to stay in one geographic area in order to make money. I have the flexibility to move between locations, to travel, to relocate to Mexico for a month or two while still generating income. I know that this is very possible, but because I was stuck in my job, I didn't really have the time to investigate remote work options or think up a plan that would allow me the flexibility to travel while making money. So the solutions that I've come up with so far, that's still a work in progress, are expanding my online teaching business. So like I've stated in other videos, I have been an online tutor for the last 5 or so years, and my business has been kind of at bay for the longest time because of the fact that I have dedicated so much of my energy and time to my full-time job. But now I am going to be expanding my business and opening up my business to take on more clients. And by doing so, I'm going to be able to have more flexibility in where I work because I'm not going to have to stay in my home city in order to generate money. I will be able to make money wherever I decide to bring my laptop. So that is a goal that I have by the end of the year to hopefully recruit about 10 new clients so that I have a full workload of students that I can teach from anywhere in the world. I also took up casual supply teaching, also known as substitute teaching. So the cool thing about this is that I only have to work 30 full days for the entire school year in order to keep my position on the roster. And the great thing about it is that you can block off up to 12 weeks at any given time without asking permission. So that really feeds into my desire to have a sense of control over my work schedule because you are the one that gets to pick up your shifts. Whenever you are called, you can decide whether you want to go to that shift or not, and you can dictate the times that you don't want to work as well. So that really appeals to my desires for flexibility and for freedom. So if you are currently employed, I want you to consider and think about, are there any ways for you to bring in more flexibility in the job that you currently have? Are there options for asking for a leave of absence or for a sabbatical so that you can have time to indulge in the things that you truly care about? Are there any remote options for working from home or semi-remote where you can work a couple days at home and a couple days in the office? There are many ways to introduce flexibility into your life without completely uprooting your life and completely quitting your job like I did. So I want to put that disclaimer out there. This space is not going to be just about promoting quitting your job. It is also going to be a space for advocating for work leaves, for sabbaticals, for gap years, and really exercising all of the opportunities that you can seize while still employed. But I'll also be promoting totally uprooting your life as well and making big pivotal changes that will bring you the life that you want. The second way that I have designed my free life is to increase my slow mornings. So I am not a morning person. I've always struggled with waking up at 7 a.m. to get to work, and it's never been me. So while I'm in my freedom era, I really, really appreciate the ability to get up at a time that is more suitable for me, to slowly start my morning, put on some soft music, do some stretching, listen to some gospel music in the morning, listen to my favorite preachers on YouTube while making my breakfast, eating slowly and starting off my morning in a slow and peaceful and comfortable way. Doing so has also increased my health and my fitness because I'm actually starting by nourishing my body, not just rushing out of the house to get to work, and also having that time in the morning to go to the gym and to stretch and to connect with my body has been so powerful for increasing my overall well-being. So the third way that I have embarked on my freedom journey is through engaging in more creative pursuits that I wasn't actually able to do while I was employed full-time. So like I said before, I have been working on building my online tutoring business. I feel so grateful for the time that I have to actually build this business that has kind of been put on the back burner. Also, I have finally got to embark on my YouTube and my content creation journey. I really, really love creating these videos. I'm excited about the topics that I have to come, and I really appreciate this time that I have to actually create and to travel. We have a trip coming up, by the way, in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited to tell you guys where I'm going to be going. But yes, having the time to do things that I never really felt like I had the time to do before, such as business, such as YouTube, such as content creation on social media in general. And the cool thing about this is that I can also do this in a location flexible way. Like I don't have to be in my home city to create, and I don't have to be in my home city to earn. The fourth way that I've shaped a life of freedom so far is by having the ability to travel without permission. As an avid traveler and a traveler of over 25 countries and a person who is super passionate about moving at the beat of my own drum, flowing through the world, I don't know, it might be my Sagittarius moon, but I just have this desire to never be stuck in one place, and I don't like to be chained. I don't like to feel like I'm stuck ever in one specific area. So I love that I'm in this era, this time where I can just move to the beat of my own drum and I can pick up and go anywhere without asking permission. I don't have to request time off. I don't have to plan my travels around the vacation time given to me by my employer. I get to dictate how long I'm going to be away, how my trip is going to go, when I'm going to come back, and that feels way more empowering and exciting for me. Overall, I want to share that it can be scary to just be out there without a full-time 9-to-5 job. There are also moments where I realize that I am in the driver's seat now. Like when you're not on autopilot, you realize that you are actually responsible for the outcome of your life. Like if you don't get up and decide to seize those goals for your business, you're not going to get anywhere. If you don't decide to get up and create content, you're not going to get anywhere. And that's been a reality that I've been sitting with while I'm in this freedom era and I'm trying to create and build something from the ground up. I'm realizing how much self-motivation is required from me in order to really bring my hopes and aspirations into fruition. And that's been something that I've been sitting with as well. Maybe I'll make another video about the ups and downs of like moving towards entrepreneurship and the things that I've learned along this journey. But it's definitely been an interesting experience, but overall a beautiful experience. I feel healthy. I feel more beautiful. I feel more energetic. I'm reaching my body goals, my health goals, my fitness goals, and I just feel more calm. And when you feel more calm, you feel more in touch with your feminine energy. You feel more in touch with yourself. And I think that is the true meaning of life. I'm not on this earth to be neurotic, to be ridden with anxiety, to be running through a rat race. I want to approach life in a way that feels peaceful, in a way that feels free, in a way that feels autonomous, in a way where I am in control, in a way that I have a sense of choice in designing the life that I want. And I'm really happy and really proud of myself for embarking on this journey. So if you guys are also in your freedom era, or you're wanting to take a pivot or embark on a career change, please leave a comment down below sharing the space that you are in and what you are hoping for yourself. Thank you so much for listening, y'all. Peace.